Caesar stands on the rampart, a beacon of authority against the vast landscape. His polished, bronze cuirass gleams under the sun, contrasting with his calm, commanding presence. With a pointed vitus, Caesar directs his troops, his gestures precise and decisive. The Roman legionaries stand ready, their weary faces set with determination. Caesar observes the approaching Gallic army, his expression unreadable as the fate of Alesia hangs in the balance. A vast Gallic army materializes on the horizon, a wave of 100 warriors. The ground trembles as they charge, a symphony of war cries and clashing steel. Inside Alesia, the starving warriors of Vercingetorix rally, their hope reignited. Driven by desperation, they prepare to break the inner wall and reclaim their freedom. The Gallic relief army surges against the formidable Roman fortifications. Roman artillery unleashes a deadly barrage, raining destruction upon the advancing Gauls. Hidden Lilia pits become death traps, claiming the lives of the first ranks of Gauls. Cavalry charges shatter against the treacherous Scipii and Stimuli, halting their advance. Chaos and violence engulf the scene as the battle intensifies. At the inner wall of Alesia, Vercingetorix's starving men muster their last strength for a desperate charge. They surge forward, a human wave of desperation crashing against the unyielding Roman defenses. Bundles of brush fly through the air, some men willingly sacrificing themselves to bridge the deadly ditches. Roman legionaries stand as an impenetrable wall of steel, their discipline unwavering against the tide of desperation. Within the Roman command tent, Caesar stands under the flickering light of candles, his figure casting long shadows across the strategic map. His brow furrows deeper as urgent reports flood in, each messenger painting a grimmer picture of the relentless battle. Despite the looming threat of a breach, Caesar's resolve hardens, his keen eyes scanning the map for a glimmer of opportunity. Undaunted, Caesar remains composed, his mind already racing to strategize his next move against the encroaching darkness. The outer northwestern wall faces a relentless Gaulish assault led by Vercingetorix. The excessively steep terrain leaves the Roman lines exposed and vulnerable. Gauls storm the wall, their numbers overwhelming the Roman defenses. The Roman lines begin to falter as the Gaulish onslaught intensifies. The situation grows dire as the Gauls exploit the lack of proper fortifications. The battle rages on, with the fate of the wall hanging in the balance. Under the vast sky, Caesar, cloaked in a vibrant red, approaches the Roman gates, his presence a promise of power. The ground trembles as his cavalry, a force of nature, follows closely, a testament to his command. He strides through the gates, a beacon of unwavering resolve, his presence igniting hope in his own ranks. His red cloak billows in the wind, a stark warning to the encroaching enemy, a symbol of Rome's might. Caesar's arrival transforms the scene, filling the air with anticipation and the promise of imminent battle. Amidst the chaos of the battlefield, Caesar ignites a daring counterattack, his presence electrifying the legions. Caesar's bold move crashes into the flank of the attacking Gallic forces, disrupting their advance. The legions surge forward, inspired by the sight of Caesar battling in the thick of the fray. The clash intensifies as the legions engage, the air thick with the sounds of steel and fury. The tide of battle begins to turn, momentum shifting as Caesar's strategy takes hold. Victory looms as the Gallic forces falter, Caesar's leadership driving his legions to triumph. On the battlefield, the Gallic army witnesses the routing of their warriors, their faces etched with terror. Panic grips the Gallic ranks, as soldiers scatter in a desperate attempt to escape the carnage. Roman cavalry charges forward, their swords raised high, ready to cut down the fleeing Gauls. The clash of steel echoes across the field as the Roman cavalry overtakes the fleeing Gauls, their swords finding their mark. The battlefield transforms into a grim tableau of fallen bodies and shattered weaponry, a testament to the brutal cost of war. The relentless Roman cavalry continues its bloody harvest, leaving a trail of destruction in its wake. From the inner wall of Alesia, Vercingetorix surveys the battlefield, a panorama of shattered hopes. The Gallic relief army, once a symbol of defiance, now lies in ruins before him. Despair etches deep lines into Vercingetorix's face, a stark map of defeat. His gaze sweeps over the fallen, each figure a testament to the looming end. Vercingetorix knows the end is near. The Roman camp pulsates with the triumphant sounds of victory, as legionaries celebrate under the cloak of night. Laughter and song echo through the camp, a symphony of revelry in the wake of battle. Amidst the jubilation, Caesar stands stoic, a lone figure burdened by the weight of command. His gaze pierces through the celebratory chaos, reflecting the stark reality that the war's end is but a distant dream. The revelry swirls around him, yet Caesar remains untouched, his mind already strategizing the battles yet to come. In the heart of celebration, a leader's burden weighs heavy, a silent promise of battles still unfought. Over the battlefield, an eerie silence descends, heavy with the weight of defeat. The colossal gates of Alesia begin to creak open, a symbol of the Gauls' crumbling resistance. Dust and shadows dance as the gates reveal the aftermath of a brutal siege. A sense of crushing despair permeates the air, signaling the end of a fierce struggle. The will of the Gauls is broken. The gates stand wide open, a silent testament to the fall of Alesia and the end of an era. Under the morning sun, Vercingetorix, adorned in gleaming armor and a pristine cloak, emerges from Alesia. His figure cuts a striking image against the landscape as he begins his ride. He rides towards the Roman Praetorium, a solitary figure against the vast expanse. Each step of his horse echoes with the weight of his decision. The Roman Praetorium looms closer, marking the end of one era and the beginning of another. Under the vast morning sky, Caesar sits, a figure of quiet authority amidst the Roman Praetorium. His grim tribunes stand as silent sentinels, their faces etched with anticipation. A lone figure emerges into view. Vercingetorix approaches, his expression unreadable as he nears Caesar. The Roman Praetorium holds its breath, the moment heavy with destiny. The silent confrontation looms large, the fate of Gaul hanging in the balance. Vercingetorix arrives at the Roman Praetorium, the air thick with anticipation. With deliberate movements, Vercingetorix removes his armor, piece by piece, each action echoing his resignation. He lays down his sword, shield, and helmet at Caesar's feet, a final act of submission. Vercingetorix stands tall, his proud posture a defiant statement against the backdrop of defeat. Under the morning light of the Roman Praetorium, Caesar stands tall, his expression a fortress of triumph and cold judgment. Below him, Vercingetorix faces his conqueror, the weight of Gaul's destiny hanging heavy in the air. The air crackles with tension as Caesar's gaze descends upon Vercingetorix, sealing the fate of a nation. The silence stretches, terrible and absolute, as the future of Gaul is decided in this pivotal moment. In the heart of the Praetorium, the destiny of Gaul is silently, irrevocably sealed.